So, hello everyone and welcome back. We are starting the season off here at Monza today. OFR Season 5, Formula 1, Division 1. You got Dr. Robot and Havoc. How you doing, Havoc?
Really good, Robot. I'm ready to get the season underway, and it looks like the guys are as well, just blowing out of the pits the way they are. Put on a pretty good show on the preseason last week, didn't they?
They really did. It's nice to see that the field is definitely closed up a bit. We've got a lot. Well, we've got many new drivers that have joined us, and a lot of them have a lot of midfield or top pace, which is so nice to see. For example, shout out to Honda who rejoined us. He finished P3 in the preseason race in Australia last week. So yeah, I think it's going to be an absolutely great season.
I think you're right. I mean, just to go through the roster, I mean, like you said, Honda's back. Honda's going to be teaming up with Simon at Nymark. They're going to be in the Williams. They got the Williams from the preseason pick selection. We'll have to see if they can get the Williams going like a lot of the guys wish they could. In the Renault, you've got Scotty and C-Post. We've got Racer Tay and AJ in the Red Bull. AJ looking to come back on a second, what would you say, Robot? Like a second season rejoin, trying to get back into the groove and make it work again?
Yeah, I think so. I think what's happened with AJ is he's still got a lot of pace. He's got a lot of quali pace as well. But I think he's just been enjoying GTS too much these past 2 seasons. But I do think we're going to see him back on the podium in the races here in Season 5 in F1.
I think you're right. And then in the Haas, we've got Avi and Margaret. Margaret, towards mid-season last season, the end of the season, and then last week showed tons of pace. He always shows tons of pace. Avi is trying to get used to the D1 format. Definitely a lot of pace difference from the D2 guys, but I think he's going to get there. We've got OFR Blaze, Squashed Apples, and Mr. Mark teaming up in the AlphaTauri. You've got Lazo and Cam coming from D2. They are going to be the OFR reserves this week. You've got ISRO Gurman. Gurman coming back from last season, kind of let it go. I think he's gonna do a really good job. Random Series is gonna team up with him, and they're gonna be in the Ferrari. Your defending champion Izat, old-time teammate Tommy in the Mercedes, Santu and Lika in the Racing Point this season. That's gonna be good to watch out for. Newcomer TFB Brywich and Alex teaming up in the McLaren, and then we've got Ali and Young Stinson in the Alfa Romeo. Young Stinson has got a lot to prove this season, Robot.
He really has. I mean, he's gone, nearly 3.5 or 4 seasons even without a champion of the world status, and he definitely has the pace for it, doesn't he? He does. So this could be the season for him. It really could.
Yeah, he's just got to work out some of those bugs. A lot of times he's had to come through the midfield to get back up to the front, and I think that's kind of what's been going on as Lika has started his hot lap. I'm going to give to you, Robot.
Yeah, okay, I'll jump on board with Lika. I was looking at OFR Blaze at the time, but I'm going to switch to Lika now and have a look how he's getting on. It's going to be his banker lap. He's probably got enough to go round on his out lap, his hot lap, and then come in again. So he's looking at around 3.5 laps of fuel or something like that. Let's see how he gets on. So here he comes into Delarogier now, braking just after he passes that 100-meter board. Big lock up on that front left, but he still managed to get that car turned around at the chicane. That's possibly one of the trickiest parts of the track and where you'll likely see the most action and the most penalties, I reckon. But he's got through the first Lesmo's okay. He's coming through the second one now. He's okay on that one too. He's already up into 6th gear. He kept it in 5th, but I know a few guys like to keep it in 6th around that second one at turn 7 there. But anyway, DRS wide open, coming downhill now, entering Ascari. Look for that 100-meter broad as the braking point. He turns in. He doesn't take as much curb as other people are, and he's had to lift slightly as he goes through turn 9. He's out of it, but I reckon he lost about 1/10 of a second there. I don't know. But we're going to stick with him as he's coming through the parabolic now, the final corner, and if you don't get this right, the run to the finish line is absolutely horrendous. He's looking like he's early on the throttle though, and he's sticking to the left, bringing it around to the right now to reduce track distance. I reckon this is a 1:18. Oh, it's a 1:99. Oh, that is not a quick lap, but it is a decent lap.
Yeah, banker lap right there, Robot. As we were watching Lika, we saw Gurman go to the top of the list with an 18.3, and then Izat, winner from last week, came in right behind him with an 18.6, 3/10 off Gurman's pace. But I think the track is just getting warmed up. It's a very long track, not very easy to get track evolution in. So I think we're going to see the faster times on the very last run.
I think so. It's looking like there's a little bit of overcast out there as well. Let's just quickly see. Yeah, you can see in the weather from the telemetry app that we have right now, it is overcast. That's that little cloud you can see on the bottom right. So it's not going to be optimal track temps. We're looking at 31, and you'd normally expect around 33, 34 on a dry session around here. No idea what the race is going to be yet, but this will definitely take a few laps to get some heat into the tarmac.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an insider info down in the pit to see if it's going to stay overcast or if we're going to have a bit of a sunnier race day. There's a caution on the backside. I think it's just guys getting ready to go. It is. And yeah, we'll try to get some more weather information for you guys. There is a McLaren right there before Parabolica. That is not where you want to be sitting at if you're about to start a lap.
I know. Talk about cool tyres. And we're just riding on board with Scotty, who it looks like he's just finished his hot lap. He's done a 1:19.6, and he's only put 3% wear on his. I think he's abandoned that lap because he's only got 3% wear. That just looks like an outlap kind of wear. That's interesting. But let's talk strat because it's going to be very important here, given the high chance of safety cars around here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be softs for the first, what would you say, Robot?
Yeah,
9-10 laps? Is that what it's going to?
I think so. I think anything after 10, you're going to be losing too much time and you're going to be extremely vulnerable to an undercut. So I reckon 10 maximum, and then you've got to try and take these medium tyres, hopefully, around, 17 laps to get to the end. It's a 27-lap race. If there's a safety car, though, as we've seen every single race around here in Monza and OFR, if there's a safety car, it's at least a two-stop strategy because you gain so much time being on a fresh set of tyres. I sincerely doubt we'd see a hard stint round here, but you never know what can happen. You know, something definitely can happen. As we've seen Honda leave the session, what's happened to Honda? He's currently in P3. He's in the pit lane and he's left. Oh no.
He's got a brilliant timing. We'll have to see if we can get another invite sent out to him. If he has left, he doesn't look gone on mine. So the weather report did get a weather report, and it's going to be overcast for qualifying. We are going to have a sunny race, as Monza usually puts out. The Temple of Speed, Robot, very, very long straights, some technical sections thrown in there, but a very, very fast track.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's very fast. It's the fastest in terms of how long you spend on the throttle at the entire F1 calendar. And it is quite a long track, but obviously it doesn't feel like that just because you're going full speed down the straights the entire time, and that's why it's only around a 1:20 lap. It's quite a quick race too, you know, it's only about 40 minutes of racing, whereas the other races are around 45 to 50 minutes, somewhere near there. But as long as there's no safety cars, we can get this over quite quickly, and it is an absolute pleasure to drive too. There's always action, there's lots of overtakes because of the long straights and the DRS. ERS overtake is going to help you out a lot, and you need to be careful not to use it all up. But I'm riding on board with Stinson now, who's just starting his hot lap. So let's stick with him, and let's see how he gets on. It's currently German, pole position of 1:18.3. Let's look at Stinson's telemetry whilst he's going as well, and see how he does. So you can see he's already got 1% wear all round on his tyres. He's braking just after the 100-metre board. A little slight look up on the front right there, but he gets through the first chicane okay.
He's going to have to beat a 26 flat in the first sector, Robot. Let's see if he can pull it out here.
We've got some drama going on at the first chicane, but I'm just going to stick with Stinson for now, as we see his rear left coming up to 2% wear, brakes after the 100, and he goes through Della Roger, doesn't invalidate, takes a lot of that inside curve at turn 4 though, and he gets away with it. Good job.
Yeah, first Lesmo looks very, very good. Sector 1 time was a 25.8. He's looking good to be on pole if he can keep this lap together. Second Lesmo goes super wide. He's invalidated.
Oh no, he's invalidated. Second Lesmo. That is another place to look out for these invalidations and penalties. Because sometimes when you're actually in the cockpit or looking at your TV pod, it doesn't actually look like all of the tyres have gone off the track, but apparently it does, and you invalidate so easily there.
Well, you've got to be faster there, don't you? I mean, the second part of the Lesmos is that one part you have to be super quick through there. You can't be on the brake very long. You can't be on the brake very hard. It's kind of a tap, get through it, and get right back on the throttle. And I think that's what Stinson did. Tried to get on the throttle a bit too early. Car got a little loose. He got very, very lucky. A lot of times when you go wide in the second Lesmo, you hit that sand trap and the car's going to come around.
Yep, absolutely right. So he's going to have to come around again, or possibly even pit, and only have one go at it at the very end. I'm riding on board with AJ right now as he tries to hunt down Izat's new time, which is a 1:18.2. Let's see how AJ does. Brakes bang on that 100-metre board. Big lock up on the front right. Nice amount of curb. And he doesn't get his car as straight, as quickly as you would like, but he is back on the throttle as he passes Izat and starts to go around Curva Grande now. Just want to give a quick shout out to all the guys that have joined us in the stream. We've got VR, Smalley, Danny's joined us, Rodden Pollux, God Brawaza, Ash Wilson, and Proctor. Thanks everyone. Oh, and Jim from Korea, of course. Now, as he gets through the second chicane, he's coming up to the Lesmos now. Didn't quite see his sector 1 time, but we will keep an eye on his sector 2 time as he's made it through the first chicane. He's gone wide, but no invalidation. No invalidation. It's this one that you need to be careful of, and he's got away with it for now. DRS wide open, and downhill he goes.
He's done it. Here he comes down to the very on Ascari. He did a 26.3 on his Sector 1 time. We'll have to see what his Sector 2 is. It wasn't fast enough in Sector 1. His Sector 2 was a 52. He's a little off. It's almost not even positive or negative. He's right there on the border. We'll have to see how he gets through Parabolica as he comes down, see where he breaks at. The Red Bull looking very, very good and very tidy, Robot.
It is. I mean, the only thing I'd say is that he's a bit heavy on tyre wear at the minute. He's already up to 4% on those left tyres right now and 3 on the right. What is he going to cross the line with, though? It's 6th place. It's a 19 flat. That is a good time from AJ.
Not a bad lap. I mean, it looked very, very tidy. I wonder what he's running on the wing setup. Speaking of wing setup, what are you thinking the guys are running with as a majority around Monza?
So I think quali, you're looking at 2 on the front, 4 on the rear, giving you enough straight line speed and still enough to get through some of these tight corners. In the race, though, because there's a risk of you following someone and you're going to be losing downforce, I think they're going to up that to 3, 4. I don't think anyone's going to go higher than 4 on the rear. Some people could go 3, 4 both in the quali and race, but that is all I'm aware of right now. And I've spoke to a few of the D1 guys so far, and they're all, well, most of them are running 2, 4.
Sounds about right, Robot. With the 2-4, you have to be in the train when you come around Monza. When we get to the race, you're going to see the guys try to stick to a train and try to stay as close as possible. You're not going to win the race on the first stint. It's not going to happen, and you're not going to see people run away. You're going to see this big, long train, and if you happen to become separated from this train, you're going to lose time. You're not going to be able to catch up if you fall out of the train.
Absolutely. You're completely right, and that's why you need to be careful with ERS usage as well. If you lose it, you are going to be so vulnerable almost at every part of this track, apart from the gap between 6 and 7 at the Lesmos. Now, riding on board with Gernman, who is currently a 10th and a half off Izat's time. Izat's got a 1:18.244. Gernman's on a 1:18.381. Now, let's see what he can do. He is starting his hot lap right now. I'll keep an eye on his Sector 1 time. Let's see where he's at. So he's coming around Curva Grande now. We'll see his Sector 1 time as soon as this curve starts to straighten out. It's just before you get to the little bridge bit here. There we go. He's 5 thousandths up on his time. Not enough currently to get Izat, but he's absolutely flown through turn 3. It's almost as if he skidded through the whole thing there.
Isn't he crazy? His car, it seems, compared to everybody else, it's always on edge. He's always pushing that car as fast as it'll go, as quick as he can through the corners. Here he comes down the straight, going down into his car. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. I'm not sure who that is.
Ooh, 500ths up. He's 500ths up. He could be onto something here.
And look how clean he looks. Oh, no, he's invalidated.
He's invalidated. He's invalidated.
I was just about to say how clean it looked going through Ascari. It looked super, super straight, as straight as you wanted the car to be. And ran wide on the back side of it. He's going to have to give it another go. Does he have time for another go, Robot?
Well, he's coming in. Yes, he does have time. Oh, and he's gone straight in as well. He doesn't want to waste time trying to slow down for the pits here. He has gone straight in. But he should do, yeah. You need to get out at around the 2-minute mark. You need to start to pull away, and he's got, what, 2.5 minutes to do that. So I think he's going to be okay there.
Now, I think Honda's coming through the second les mode. He might be on his hot lap. We'll have to see.
I think he is. He's got 0.8 laps of fuel right now, so he must be.
And he does a purple sector too,
Ooh,
Robot.
hello.
Goes through Ascari very, very cleanly. Runs the car all the way as far as you can go without getting an invalidation. Here he comes down to Parabolica. He is currently 5/10ths off the leader. Whew, is it going to be enough?
Let's have a look. If he's gone purple in the middle, it could definitely be enough. He's moving to reduce the track distance there on the right. He's staying out. This is going to be it. What is he going to do? 1:18.7 down to 1:18.4. He's just 1.5 tenths off the time right now. That is quick. I'm so glad Honda's rejoined.
How do you improve that much and still not change position? That is huge. And
he was in third before as well, and he's still in third. That's the gap that's currently between second and fourth. And it's not that much. Look, from Izat, 1:18.2. If you go all the way down to, let's see, 11th place, 1:19.2, that's just a second there. This is going to be an interesting race.
Well, I mean, even if you were to look at P6 all the way down to P19, all the way down to P19, look at the time diff. They're all in the 19s, and we've got somebody is off. It's McLaren.
Yeah,
I think that's Brywich.
He's gone off at turn 7 there.
It is. I think it's Brywich.
But right now, I'm on board with Pingu, who's just started his hot lap. This is going to be his final chance, locked up into the first corner, but it seems everyone's locking up there. These guys are kind of sacrificing the wear on the tyres in the start of the race for a decent quali lap, so let's see what he can do. Coming around Curva Grande now. We'll have a look at his Sector 1 time. Oh, he's 2.5 tenths up. He's 2.5 tenths up, so that's going to put him into P7 for now, and he could push Racer Tay off the spot, but Racer Tay's just started his hot lap now. Track temp still currently at 31 degrees, so it hasn't improved as much as we thought it would, so this is going to affect the fastest times we could actually see here, but Pingu is looking absolutely brilliant through the middle sector here. I think he's gained around 3 tenths. Let's have a look as he goes across the Sector 2 line here. He's 3 tenths up. He's 3 tenths up. Oh, this is a decent lap for him here. He could see top 5 and he's invalidated.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. He's not got enough fuel to get him through as well. Definitely not. You can see him pulling back here. Oh, that's a shame. He was definitely on for possibly even P5 here. He could have got to P5.
What a mistake. Here they come, Robot. Last out, here they come out of the garage. Izat and Gurman both out at the same time. Gurman got out in front, but they do have some traffic in front of them. I think that's Stinson.
Ooh.
It is. They're all 3 out right behind each other.
Do you know what? I think we're trying to see some guys trying to get the toe here. I think we're seeing a repeat of F1 real life.
In front of some guys. I don't know if those guys were on hot laps or not, Robot.
I don't know, but I think what we're seeing is the same thing we saw in F1 last year, where we're seeing guys trying to sneak behind and get an advantage of a slipstream, and that makes sense, especially if Izat's pulling over. He could have just been letting these guys pass. I don't know, like you say, but we'll have to wait and see. And he goes straight across the chicane. Oh, he's not messing around here. Yeah, I think he's realised.
That's Santy's off. Santy's off in the first Lesmo. It's gonna bust his wheel. He's out of the session.
No.
I think he was on his in lap.
Oh no. Margaret's on his hot lap right now. They're coming around Curva Grande. This is going to be his final chance as well to set a lap. He's currently on a 1:18.7. He can do a 1:17.8, I think, in TT. That translates to somewhere around a mid 1:18. So he does have some time that he can save round here.
We haven't really talked about Margaret a lot, have we, today? I mean, he's down in P5. I suppose he can get up into that P3. Let's see what he does. Let's see what his Sector 2 time is as he comes across the line and goes down into Ascari.
Well, it needs to be around 4 tenths quicker. It's only a 10th. But he's just flown through 8. He's steady through 9 and full throttle through 9 and 10, actually. So he could gain a bit of time here. I've not watched his other laps, but that looked very, very tidy. We've got Honda securing P3 for now. We've got AJ moving up into P4. Look at AJ go at 1:18.7. Nice, AJ. And here comes Margaret. Can he disrupt AJ now? And Honda possibly. He can disrupt AJ, but not Honda.
Oh my god, what a lap.
And Stinson is just going through the second chicane. He's at De La Rogere right now, but I'll skip him for now and see where the others are. Gurman's just gone through the first Lesmos, I think. He's coming through the second now, so it's going to be him. And Izat is just coming through the first Lesmos now, so let's stick with Gurman. I can't see anyone else on track apart from I think it's Racer Tay. It's not Racer Tay, no. I'll switch back to Gurman then for now.
It's Gurman, Stinson, and Izat, Robot. They're all on, it looks like the same sector. They're all coming in. Here it comes. They're coming down the Parabolica. Gurman's going to get the Parabolica first. Here the other guys come through Ascari.
Izat's off. He's retired. Ascari.
Oh, no.
So it's going to be Gurman first. I'll jump to Izat in a second, but we're just looking at Gurman now. Is he going to be able to beat Izat's time? It was a 1:18.244. He's trying to get across the line now, but he's not done it. He's 2/100ths of a second down. It's going to be Stinson next, who's invalidated. And next up is Tommy. Tommy's finished in 14th place, and that's it. That is it.
Oh,
what a quali.
They put on a show, don't they?
They do, and it's Izat on pole yet again. First race of the season, guys.
I didn't see where he retired at, did you?
It was Ascari. He was coming out of turn 10, and all I saw was his car stuck against the wall, or at least on the side of the track, at least, on the right-hand side. So that is definitely the DNF zone of today. I reckon that's what we're going to see the most.
All the way down to, it looks like P12, Robot.
Brilliant.
Second.
Absolutely brilliant.
A second separates these guys.
Look at Honda. Look at him. He's back in OFR on his P3.
Look at him. I can't wait. We're at the beginning. Well, I mean, it's the beginning of the season. First race, here comes Honda. Gurman and Izat thought they were going to have it easy this season, but they're not. Stinson has got somebody to battle with. And the field is tight the whole way through. It's not a big separation at all. Less than 2 seconds separates the whole field.
Yeah. This is. I don't even think it's going to be that close in D2 today. I think this race we are going to. Okay, let's make a guess now. How many DNFs? I think 3 or 4.
In D1, yeah,
D1.
I think you're right. I think it's gonna be 3 or 4. And I think we're definitely gonna see some action on the first lap. If not in turn 1, you're definitely gonna see some action in the first and second Lesmos. We're gonna see something happen in Ascari. The guys have got to calm down and realize that they're not gonna win on the first lap.
Yeah, and anyone who tries to squeak past on the first lap into turn 1 and 2, it's a mistake. Like, there are so many overtaking opportunities around here. Don't try to win the race into turn 1. That's the most important thing. We've all done it. We've all been there. But yeah.
Well, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, you get a run. I think it's about the longest straight going down in turn 1 that we've got on the calendar. So you're on the throttle, you're almost at top gear, and then it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to back off, let off the throttle when you know you've got that guy and just settle into a line. It's so hard for some of these guys.
It really is. So it looks like we're going to be ready to go now. We can't hear any sound, unfortunately, but we can see all 5 red lights are lit and they are gone, and we are away. And Izak gets a good start, but already let's ride on board with Gorman because oh no, Gorman's dropped down. Honda's got him already coming into turn 1 here. Izak, phenomenal start. Gorman dropping down. Stinson trying to move up into 4th place past Margaret. There's a bit of contact, but not too much here. It's looking okay. There's carnage. There is carnage, and there's a yellow flag in sector 1. But everyone's still moving.
Big hold up.
Everyone's still moving.
Big hold up, Robot. 3 wide they were going into. Not catastrophic damage. I mean, there are some busted wings, some end plates missing, but the guys are back on track. It's going to be very, very difficult coming for a pit stop. If you have to come in, it's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good at all. Now, I'm just going to quickly cycle through. We've got some wing damage in P13. 44% on the front left in P13. That's OFR Ablaze. He's going to have to pit. Just cycling through the rest. And look at that. 18th place has got 70% front left wing damage. That's Brywich there, suffering a lot. And other than that, it's only 3rd place with 12% wing damage. That's German. So he must have got into a little bit of a scuffle. But everyone else is currently clean.
Yeah, I don't think Gurman's missing anything. He does have some stuff out of place, probably with the damage that you're saying. No end plate missing, probably some winglets bent here and there. Look at Izat. Izat already 1.4 out in front. They had to get into a line if they didn't want to lose any time. But now Izat's in trouble because if he gets out too far ahead, the guys are going to...
We got someone off. Abby's, I think someone's off. Who is it? Is it Brywich? It's Scotty. Oh no. He's just crashed into the wall as well. Has he gone past the pit lane? That's what. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. So he will be able to come in. But oh no, yellow flag in sector 3. No safety car though. The yellow flag has been cleared now. Scotty is moving and he's coming straight into the pits. So let's have a look on board up front and see what's going on. I was just cycling through all of the drivers as they're coming down the back straight there, and it's so close between all of them. Look at this. It's 5 tenths, 4 tenths, 4 tenths, 9 tenths, 3 tenths, 6 tenths. It is so close right now.
Yeah, pick a battle robot. You're not going to find one closer than the other. There's so much stuff going on. Mark picks up a 3-second time penalty, the only one with a time penalty so far. Let's talk about the position changes from the start of the race. Robot Ollie, 4 positions gained. Avi, 4 positions gained. The only one that I see has lost anything is maybe Squashed Apples. 6 places lost, and then Scotty 13 places out. Yeah,
everyone else has either just lost 1 or gained 1, so it's not too much of a problem right now. But look at the gaps, they're still there. They're still 7 tenths, 6 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths. I'm going to pick the midfield for now, and I'm going to stick with Racer Tay and Santu, because these two, I think, are the closest on track right now. This is amazing. They're so similarly paced around Monza. It really does bring the battles so much closer. It's amazing to see.
It does. A little bit of a separation between AJ and Stinson. Stinson's still right there with that front group. AJ's starting to fall back a little bit. The guys are going to have to figure, they're just going to have to stay in line and try to keep up with that front pack. This is going to be the separation. You're going to have P1 through P5, and then you're going to have P6 all the way down to, it looks like, about P16.
And DRS has just been activated too. So this is where some of these gaps are going to close down and turn into overtakes. We've got a yellow. Someone's off. I think it's OFR Ablaze. Going to jump down to him. I think he's got no wing damage. I think he might have just spun slightly as he's coming out of Ascari. No yellow flag anymore. No safety car. We're still moving again. But just look at the track map. Look at the Lesmos right now and look how close everyone is. This is amazing.
Super close. Super close. The guys are still in the sauce. We had a couple guys take the mediums from the start of the race, Robot. TF Simon took mediums, Tommy took mediums, Avi took mediums. The guys that had to come into the pits obviously went to the hards, hoping maybe a safety car comes in later on in the race. Chances of a safety car we didn't talk about, Robot, with the runoff areas, you're really not going to see a safety car unless it's in that the 7 and 8 chicane, maybe the turn 3 chicane. Lesmos, you're probably going to see a safety car in turn 5. On the second Lesmo, if somebody spins around right there, the car always gets settled on track.
Well, yeah, and that kind of highlights the maturity of the drivers that we have in Division 1 right now, because you really... Oh, we got yellow flag in Sector 3, but, I mean...
Safety, that's Santi!
Is it safety?
No, it's Santu.
Oh, Santu! Oh, no, what have we done? It's Sector 2 and 3 now. It's another yellow flag in Sector 3. I can't jump to him. It's not letting me switch my camera at the minute. But the yellow flag's come in. It's in. And where is he? He's down in 16th place at the minute. And Racer Tay side by side with AJ. Here we go. Racer Tay looking to make a move down the inside. AJ's trying to fight back and hold the inside into the next chicane at Della Roggia. Is he going to be able to do it? He's going to try and outbrake him. No, he's not. He's tucked him behind. He's done the safer thing right now. And again, maturity. Amazing.
Yeah, very, very smart, especially when it's your teammate. You can't put your teammate, who may be faster at that time of the race, you can't put him into a position where you may get into each other and ruin both races.
Yeah, and Racer Tate almost lost it coming out of turn 7 there, second Lesmos, but he's managed to correct his car again. So he's okay for now, but yeah, amazing teamwork right now. And Ollie is going side by side with AJ right now as well. Into Ascari they go, both of them leaving each other the exact amount of space they need. And it's again, really nice wheel-to-wheel racing. What's happened to D1? Everyone's turned professional. Amazing.
They're nice and tidy, aren't they?
It's
They're
amazing.
very, very tidy. I think it's just that Monza mindset. You have to get in the line, and you can't make a mistake. You make a mistake. Look at Santu, all the way down in P16, so far off the train, and it's going to be I mean, he can catch up. He can make a day out of it. It's going to be a little difficult, but he can bring something back from it. But this is where you want to be. You want to be up here in this pack, in the DRS chain, saving ERS.
Yeah. You're right. Honda has just managed to keep that gap to Izat. He's also jumped Gernman as well, but Honda's now 1.2 behind Izat, and he's not letting Izat get away. Stinson has overtaken Margaret right now as well, as we see Tommy get past the D2 champ Alex from last season, down in 14th place at the minute. And we've also got a little bit of a battle going on in 9th place right now. It's Lika and let's just call him Simon. Lika and Simon battling right now as well. It looks like there's quite a big gap.
Some spots off of that. Oh, he's inside on the first Lesmo. He's going to get very, very loose. Alex is going to go by.
Oh, he's got him. So
and
Alex,
Tommy as well.
Yeah, he's lost a few, and I think he's lost a bit of wing there as well. I'll have a look on the telemetry now just to see what place is he in. He's in 14th. Let me jump down and have a look. No wing damage currently. Oh, but he's not showing his telemetry, so he could have some. But anyway, let's jump back to that fight between Stinson and Gernman now. Look how much Stinson's closed up.
It's got to be that DRS. Gernman gets very loose and parabolic, and here comes Stinson. Stinson's going to have to run as they come out. Who's going to have the DRS, though?
Stinson. It's going to be Stinson. He's got it, and Gernman's not got it, and that's going to make him vulnerable to Margaret behind. But Margaret just can't catch up at the minute.
Yeah, Stinson's going to have to take advantage of this and try to run away. If Gernman sticks to the back of him and they catch DRS on the second zone, then Gernman's just going to make swap, and that's what you're going to see today. The guys are just going to keep going back and forth.
Yeah, and I've just watched Alex go straight into the back of Tommy at turn 1 at the chicane as well. Doesn't look like he picked up too much damage though. Let me just have a quick look. No, he's got no damage whatsoever, so he's okay. It was only a slight tap. And that's helped him out a lot, but now, because of that mistake, he's got Mr. Mark less than 2 tenths behind him, looking to make a move here at Della Roggia.
I'm just watching Stinson's onboard robot. He's one of those guys, he's making changes all the time. I mean, we know the guys are making fuel changes.
Oh, he's got some.
They're making brake bias changes. He is on that wheel almost non-stop after he came out of second Lesmos, making changes to the car.
That's interesting. I didn't actually see him get past Gernman there, but he has got past him. And Gernman's got a penalty as well. What happened there? Gernman's got it's a 3-second penalty, so it's not a collision or anything, it's just corner cutting. But yeah. That's something we need to think about as well. Penalties, it's so easy to invalidate here. We can see 4 on the board already with only, we're at a quarter of the way through the race.
Yeah, we're coming up on pit stops, but I think we're getting to that time. The guys are trying to figure out what they want to do. This is the time where you're like, okay, I got Gernman behind me, I've got Honda in front of me. What do you want to do now? Izat up in P1. he may have some more availability as far as when he wants to come in. Does
AJ's
he want
round.
to try the undercut or the overcut?
Sorry, really sorry to interrupt you there. AJ and Ollie went side by side into turn 1 and 2, and I think AJ just couldn't get his car turned, and the curb kind of jolted him a little bit, and he semi-spun, but he managed to correct it, and he's still in 8th place right now. But look, he's got Leaker just a second behind him at the moment, and we know these two aren't the well, you wouldn't pair them together to be close on track, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
A lot of rivalry over the last 2 seasons between these two, and one of them's going to want to get past the other as quick as possible.
AJ knows who's behind him. You better know AJ knows who's behind him.
Now, we're going to jump back down to Random Series right now as well. Random, another D2 promoted driver into D1, currently running in P11, and look at this, he's giving Simon Nimilk a run for his money as he locks up slightly going into Ascari. He's still managed to pull it back, no penalty for him for now, and we've got a 3-way battle going on ahead! What's going on here? It's AJ! It's AJ, it's Ollie, and it's Lee Killer, possibly. Oh, AJ going into the back of Ollie here. AJ's looking a little bit impatient here, whilst Ollie claimed the middle of the track there.
He's going to have to chill.
And I think we're going to see the overtake.
Legal lost some time. Legal lost a lot of time.
Oh, he's dropping back. He's got a battle with Simon
and
right now.
Gurman's going back. Gurman's in the pits.
AJ's got DRS and AJ's got that position back on Ollie. Now it's just Racer in front of him. AJ's claimed that racing line back as well, and he's turned in. Racer looking a little bit scruffy going through the first chicane, and now AJ's caught back up to his teammate. So lap
Ollie's
8.
Still there.
First stop. Is he still there? Oh, he is. He's not got it away.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Has he served? I think he's. Does he have a penalty he's serving?
Who? Gurman?
No, he didn't serve it in the pits.
Oh, but it's because Gurman's just got a 3-second penalty, so that would just be added to the end of the race, I think. I think it's only the 5-second ones that you can serve. But that's the first stop. So Gurman's coming at lap 8. That means he's going to have to take his tyres, medium tyres, 19 laps. Is he on the mediums?
He is on the mediums.
Interesting. And Stinson has closed the gap down to Honda from 1.6 down to 9/10 of a second right now as well.
He's on the move, isn't he? Bartlett hasn't exactly dropped off. He's still there. Now, is anybody going to answer to Gurman pitting?
Not yet. I mean, no one else has come in. Isat's gone. Honda's gone. Stinson's gone. Margaret's gone. No one's responded yet. I think he's coming too early.
Unless he knows something that we don't know, Robot. I mean, we've seen the guys take the tires 3, 4, 5, 6 extra laps before. I mean, they've done it before. But Mons is one of those places, I mean...
Oh, hang on. We've got yellow in sector 3. We've got someone round. Someone's stuck in the entry into the pit lane. Could that be a safety car? Who is it? It's Santu.
That's Santu.
Oh, he's in the pits again. And he's got a 5-second penalty.
AJ
Yikes.
has lost the position to Ollie. Very slow when they came out of the first chicane.
No safety car, but look at this train in the midfield around AJ. So it goes AJ, Simon, Liekler, and Liekler's caught right up to the back of these two. Now he's going to have AJ right in front of him in a few laps' time, depending on what happens with the pit stops here. Now, something I do want to bring your attention to that VR has kindly pointed out in the chat. Engine temperature is a huge issue around here. Now, we were practicing earlier today, and we were watching our engine wear go up a few percent each lap. And as it does go up, you lose around 1 mile per hour in terms of your top speed down the straight. And the longer you stay behind someone on these straights, the hotter your engine gets and the more the engine wear rises. And we were actually seeing it on the app firsthand today. And that's what you need to be careful about.
That's interesting that that's going to come into play. I mean...
Because
you would think that Monza would be the place to do it, yeah?
Yeah, and this is why I'm thinking, I mean, Stinson has been behind people the whole race and really close behind people. And you can see on the straights as he's following Honda, he's just not closing that gap even with the DRS as you'd expect him to. And I reckon he's got some... Do you know what? I can actually have a look at his engine damage. What position is he in? He's in 3rd place right now. He has got... currently 11% engine damage. Now I can't see Honda's because it's not sharing his telemetry, but
can we see Izat?
Izat has got 7%, so that's 4% more for Stinson.
Yeah, he's got all that clean air.
That's 4% more for Stinson, and that could be affecting his straight line speed. So many things these guys have to consider.
Yeah, how would you kind of take care of your engine here? Do you look for the clear air, or do you turn the... I mean... Oh, somebody's around. Who is that? Is that Margaret? That's Margaret!
Oh, no. Where is it?
That's at Ascari.
Oh no, he's still in 4th though. He had a good, healthy gap to Racer Tay. You can see it coming down now though. It's going to be around 2
How
seconds.
did he not get damage?
I don't know. How has he got away with that? He must have done a perfect pirouette. Wow.
The car went sideways, and then he kind of kept it in a sideways motion, and then he released the brakes, and it went back straight. What a move from U-Ball.
Yeah, and now we've got a little bit of battle going on between Ollie and Racer Tay. Ollie's got the overtake done with the help from the DRS, but is Racer Tay going to try and outbrake him? He is! Well, they're braking at the same time. Ollie's left a nice amount of space for Racer Tay there, but he's just got his car straighter, quicker, and he's pulled away from him now. Nice, clean move there.
We worked on that line earlier this week, didn't we, Robot?
Yeah,
we know
did.
which side is almost the more important side to be on. You kind of want to be on that inside going in, don't you?
Yeah, as long as you're ahead or side by side going into it, you can hold that and get your car straighter quicker. And, I mean, Racer Tay's looking a bit impatient as he's right behind him, but they're giving us a great shot of this action right now. They're separated by less than 0.3 of a second. It's close. Now, I'm going to quickly jump to the stops.
Neither one of them has pitted yet.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. I'm looking at the stops right now. None of the top 9 have pitted.
Well, now Gernman did pit. Gernman was up there. And Honda pit. Honda was up there.
This
but
is
I
so
think
close.
those are the only 2 that were up there that have come in.
Yeah, Honda, Marglit, Gernman. They've pitted. Everyone else in the... Honda's pitted. Everyone else in the top 8 now hasn't pitted yet.
And
apart from
he's the first one to make a move.
Izat and Stinson are in. They're both in. So you keep an eye on
Look
Gernman.
at the leader thing. It's 30 seconds that they're behind right now. Is that enough?
No, you need around 25 seconds, I think. I think the undercut is not a good strat here. Let's have a look where he comes out. Remember, Gernman was just right behind Stinson. I'll ride on board with Stinson now. And where's Gernman? Oh, Gernman's not even around Parabolica. He's not even around the Parabolica
He went backwards. Now Honda is on the straight. Izat's out.
Oof, big lock
All
up
the
from
times
Stinson.
are going to reset because...
Honda's got Stinson! Honda jumps him!
What a move!
Oh my, Stinson went really deep. I think he tried to outbrake Honda into turn 1, and that affected his entry into 2, and Honda just switched back.
Here he comes. He's coming back, Robot. Is he going to outbrake him?
I hope not. It's not the place to do it. No, he's not. He's not done it. Oh, wow.
What a
move.
Wow. He took full advantage of the mistake, saw the mistake, seen it happen, knew what Stinson was involved in, and took full advantage of it.
Absolutely. What a nice move from Honda, but now Stinson's going to be so eager to get that position back. Let's see what he can do.
Here he comes. They're going down into Ascari. He's side by side. He went around the outside.
He broke so late
He went around the outside.
I don't know how he did that. Wow. Oh, that's all. Wow.
Now, how's he done this?
Dude, he must have broke at about 75 meters.
Surely it was after the 100-meter board and way after the 90.
I don't know how he's done that, honestly. I mean,
they're
now
putting on a show, aren't they? Ollie and AJ are now in. That's going to put Izat still provisional P1, and it's left Simon and Tommy up there. Not came in yet. They are about 3 seconds ahead. No, 6 seconds ahead of Izat.
And here we go. It's AJ. Has he got past Ollie? No, he hasn't. Is that Leekler split them? Leekler has come out right in between them, and Random Series too. The undercut works if it's close. If you pit too early, it's not going to work. And look at that. Leekler's got ahead of AJ.
They're still so close.
And now everyone but Avi, Semen, and Tommy have now pitted. And Gernman's coming to the pits again. He's two stopping.
Oh no!
I think something happened to him. Then I think you're right. Something must have happened.
Well, he came in at 8, didn't he? I mean,
which was way too early. 8 was.
What's he come out on now? Is he on the mediums again?
Let me have a look at the tyres quickly. He's come out on the hards. A safety car will help him out a lot here. We'll give him another chance to pit.
Surely he didn't mean to come out on the hards.
Well, I mean, does he have any tyres left? He's used his mediums. He's used his softs as well. If he chose the balanced strat, then he probably doesn't have a fresh pair of soft boots left, or mediums at that matter. So I think he might have been forced to put the hards on, actually.
The only new set that he had.
This is interesting. I'm just
He's
sticking
gonna
with...
have to get these things warm. I mean, I don't think the hards warm up fairly quickly around Monza.
No. Guys, hold your breath. AJ and Licola, we're about to see them come wheel to wheel. AJ's behind with DRS open. Licola has his DRS open as well. He's going to try and outbrake him. AJ's looking down the inside here. There's contact, and he's not left enough space at the minute, but yeah, that's as close as you can be. That's as close as you want it to be. And Misha Mark has got...
Looking at these two, Mark's going to take advantage of it and get right in the middle and say, hey, boys,
oh, no.
I want some.
Oh, no, here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, what's going to happen? He's going to outbrake you here. Mark's got the inside line. He's claimed the next apex.
Licola took the inside. He's going to come right out in front of AJ. Oh,
yep.
my lord.
That was clever from Mark.
Full advantage.
Yeah, that was a very smart thing for Mark to do there. He did everything perfectly right. He left enough space at the chicane. And now it's going to be Licola and AJ. Uh-oh, DRS again, boys. Hold your breath.
That move?
That was... Now,
Mark said, I'll see you guys later. You guys have all the fun you want.
Really
I'm out of here.
Now, I think the overtake of the day so far has got to be that Stinson move into Ascari, but that was the cleverest overtake of the day by Mark.
Yeah, he wanted to get out of the way and he wanted to go forward while he was doing it.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, AJ is still AJ and Lika closest on track, so I am going to stick with these two guys for now. I'm so nervous.
Honda and Stinson are getting close together.
Oh, are they? Let's jump back up then and have a look. Penalties are galore at the top as well. Let's see what they're at. We've got 3 seconds for the top 5 apiece. And we've got none for Margaret and Abby behind. Both of those guys are teammates and seem to be keeping themselves out of trouble for now, apart from that spin by Margaret as Honda dips his front left into the gravel slightly but gets away with it. Go on.
Ezat's already passed Tommy. Tommy and Simon have not come in yet. Ezat's already gotten past Tommy. He's 2 seconds behind Simon. Gotta wonder what Simon... I mean, he's on the medium tires, yeah, so you gotta think he's got about 3 more laps to go before they come in on the softs. But where is he gonna come out at? The field is so tightly packed, he could come all the way down to 14.
Is that AI? German's letting people past here at the minute. Hang on, what's going on here?
That's no bueno.
Oh, it's this C-Cross guy. He's got AI at the minute. Ah, okay. Oh, and there we go. AJ gets past Lika. I think Lika lost his DRS there, and AJ's got him at Ascari.
Is German a lap down?
No, surely. Is he?
Well,
no, he's not. He's not. Oh, he is.
Him in P19.
He's a lap down.
And Licola and AJ are right there behind him.
Ah, that's why German's letting these people pass. Ah, okay.
He's got the blue.
Interesting. Good spot there. Wow.
Now, how's he done that?
It's his double pit stop. It must be. It's the only thing I can think of.
We know he come in, but was it enough to go down a lap?
No. Well, he must have spun then. He must have spun, lost time, and then come in. He must have lost around 20-30 seconds. Interesting.
It had to have been. Lika's still on the back of AJ.
He's not going to let him go now. No
He's not
way.
going to let him go. You're right. He's not going to let him go. But they've got to be careful here. Alex is there. Now, we saw Mark go by. Alex had to have seen it and said, hey, boys, I'll do the same thing if you don't go and stop doing this.
That's got 6 seconds worth of penalties now. That means he's only covered from 3 to Tommy behind him.
Oh, wow.
Right, I'm trying to look for some more action on track. Oh, Alex, D2 champ from last season, has caught right up to the back of Licola as well. He's going to come into this battle between Licola and AJ now as well.
Can we look at some engine wear again, Robot?
Absolutely. Who do you want to look at?
Let's look at Licola. Is Licola showing his...
So Licola is in P13 at the moment. His engine wear... Now, this is... Licola's engine wear is on 8%. I mean, how? That's amazing. I think he might have the lowest out of everyone.
Well, let's just jump back to Stinson and see what Stinson's showing.
Stinson is currently in P2. Just to let you know, Tommy's tyres on the left right now are at 65%. He's gone into the red territory. Wow. 1 or 2 more laps and he's going to be in puncture territory. Stinson's engine wear is currently on 18%.
He's pushing that engine.
He is. He is.
Now, Ezat's been running behind some cars. Let's take a look at Ezat and see what Ezat's doing.
Ezat's in first. He's on 12% at the moment. So that's not too bad, but it's still not as good as Licola's, who's been behind people, but somehow managed to well, avoid any hot temperatures at the minute. I just want to quickly bring your attention to AJ as well, because he's come up right on the back of Simen now as well. Now, has Simen pitted finally, or has he not? Everyone's pitted apart from Tommy right now, so AJ has got someone in front of him with a lot fresher tyres. Let's see what he can do. We've got a little bit of a battle going on between... Oh, Tommy hasn't pitted yet either, so he needs to come into the pit soon. I think Tommy's waiting for a safety car here. He must be. Because why hasn't he pitted yet? I don't know. Maybe he's on his mediums. Let's have a quick look. He is... Oh, he's in the pits now. Yeah, okay. He's on the mediums. He's coming in. Let's see if this strat is worthwhile.
Oh, he's gonna... Well, he had 11 seconds to take.
He did. But I'm kind of just wondering whether... Well, he's going to be on the soft tyres, though, so he's going to be a lot quicker than the guys ahead. Where is he coming out? Let me see if I've got that quality data saved. I'm not sure if I do. Hopefully we do.
He's going to come out in 13th.
Oh, we do have it saved. So, the Mercedes finished in 14th place, and he started the race in 14th, and he's now in 13th with some fresh softs on. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
I think he's going to catch these guys, but is he going to be able to get around them? Look who's in front of him. Alex, Likla, AJ. That's who he's got to pass.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. It's definitely going to be a tricky one. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
And AJ's got that final point position on lock right now. He's got Likla behind now. They're looking at that, and they want that final position, if not to be further up, but they're trying to get to that P10 slot. If you're new to F1, that's where you want to be. You want to be in the points.
Absolutely, you do. And you know what I'm really amazed with right now? Sorry to kind of deflect the attention somewhere else, but Honda, I know I've praised him enough already, but he's kept Stinson behind him for 12 laps now. And Stinson's just not getting close. He's using all his DRS that he can. He's not using overtake as much as you'd think if he was trying to overtake, but Honda is got top 3 pace, and he could be a contender for champion of the world in season 5.
I think so. Now we switched over last season. We thought about it and we thought, hey, last season it was gonna be a driver championship. It was gonna be so super close. EZAT ended up running away with it at the end there because of some stuff that happened to Gurman, some stuff that happened to Stinson. But it was a close championship. I think this season what we're going to be looking at is a very, very tight team championship. It's going to be very tight this season.
I think you're completely right there. I mean, Stinson's paired up with Ollie, I believe, who's currently running, in P6. EZAT's paired up with Tommy, who's in P13, but on those fresh tyres. And just to point out as well, Tommy, he's taken out a second already from Alex ahead of him. So that's how much quicker his tyres are right now. And yeah, if he can get into the points, that's more points for Mercedes, and that's, you know, more points for the team. Well, more competition for the team standing. Sorry, I can't speak at the moment.
It is. Well, Honda's teammate Simon, I'm gonna call him Simon, in P8.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're completely right. The team standings is going to be one to look at. It's going to be an interesting one. Now, here we go. Stinson has finally got close enough. He's used his overtake, and they're both braking. They're both trying to get cadence braking here. It's Honda keeping on to the lead for now. And oh my gosh, they were. Did you see how much they were both letting off the brake there?
He's got to be heartbroken. I mean, he did everything right. And Honda just put the car where he needed to put it.
Honda's got 25% more ERS at the moment too. So this. Oh my gosh. The only thing that Stinson has as an advantage at the minute is 1 lap fresher tyres. That's all he has to fight back with towards the end of this race. But this is kicking off. Now, I'm going to quickly jump back down to the battle between Misha Mark and Simon, though, because these two are separated by only 0.6 of a second right now as well. And they've got Ollie, Stinson's teammate, right ahead of them.
Oh, Mark cut the curb hard right there. Hard to see. I don't think he picked up a time penalty, but he's probably going to be on his last warning after that. That's not a good idea to jump that curb in the second chicane right there. You don't want to do that. It can unsettle the car as Stinson picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yikes, that's going to give him 6. Honda's only got 3, and EZAT's got 6. Now look at this, Ollie, cleanest driver in OFR, should we call him that? He is currently no penalties, and that means he is P5 provisional right now. He's P5.
What a show the guys have put on today.
Now, I'm
But
trying
I
to...
think Alex has caught Lika.
He is. I'm just about to say, I was going to look for the smallest gap, and it looks like it is Alex's. Ollie tries to get past Simon, but doesn't for now. He's still... he's still just 3/10 behind at the minute, and Alex, you're right, has caught up right to the back of Lika. He's just 4/10 behind at the minute.
Let's just take a look at the position change, Robot. He's at still where he was at the beginning of the day. Stinson, 4 positions gained, up in P2, fighting with Honda.
Hang on. It's random. It's random's off. Random's gone off at the... Where is he? He's at the second chicane. Ooh, he shot back down to 13th place. He was running in the points too. Ooh, that's going to be painful for him. No safety car though. And currently, our safety car predictions have just fallen flat. No safety car so far.
Here comes Stinson and Honda around Parabolica, Robot. Stinson had to get around him, but here comes Honda. I don't think Honda's going to let him keep this very much longer.
Nope. I'm going to jump back up to them. Oh, he's not. Honda's got passed. And where's Stinson? Behind. It's still Honda in P2. It is still Honda in P2.
That's that swap we were talking about earlier. They're just going to keep swapping positions, aren't they, until they get to the end of the race, and then it's all for one and none for all. I mean, they're going to have to pick and choose when they want to go and try to keep that position.
There's only 6 laps left, including this one. Yellow flag in sector 3. It's Ferrari. Is that Gurman again? Someone's going slow out of Ascari. It could be Gurman.
It had to have been Gurman. Yeah, he's around again.
Oh yeah, because his teammate Random's in the pit right now. Sorry that I missed that overtake from Stinson on Honda there, but we did catch Honda getting it back, so we'll stick with these two for now, because this really is the battle for, 18 points. There's going to be a 3-point gap here, and we know how crucial these points are going to come at the end of our extended 12-track calendar. Let's just quickly see who's got the fastest lap. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's take a look. Go ahead and switch to the calendar, Robot. I'm just going to commentate through this move right here. Stinson is caught back up to Honda again. It's less than 4/10. Is he going to be able to flip-flop? Let's see if he can do it and swap positions again. If they keep doing this, who would be on lap 27? Who would be, if they keep flip-flopping, who would be behind who?
So, the thing is, the flip-flopping...
Stinson's not been able to do it here.
No, but the flip-flopping happens after they cross the finish line. So, Stinson needs to... Whoever wants to win needs to be ahead as they cross the line for the final lap. And they also need to be ahead as they're going into Ascari. That's the only time.
Now, could that be why Stinson didn't make the move right there?
It could be, and you know what I've just seen as well? Stinson's looking after his ERS a little bit more now as well. You know,
he is?
I think he's just waiting until the end now because he doesn't want to keep this flip-flopping, increasing the chances of these two coming together. I think he's going to wait until the last possible moment.
Look how close he is.
Now, let's not forget, Stinson did the overtake of the day on the outside at Ascari as they're coming up to now. I don't think he'll do it again, but we need to keep an eye out for that one. Honda's going to be aware of that one as well because it's happened to him once this race already. Yellow in sector 3. Special safety car! We've got the VSC. Oh, Gurman's off.
Oh my.
Oh, he's off at the pit lane.
Oh my.
This is too late for a safety car. This is far too late for a safety car. Let's see if we can catch it. He's come off. He's come off at the Parabolica. Virtual safety car. I think he's off track completely. So I think that is why there's no safety car. And it's gone.
It was right there before the pit lane, wasn't it?
Oh no. Now, keep an eye. And he had the fastest lap too. He had the fastest lap. So
Stinson's already a second behind Honda. Honda's already gained a second on him. There they go. The VSC's off.
Oh,
and look how much time he's lost.
Oh, you're right. He's lost out a lot there.
Look how much.
VR, you've jinxed it. VR literally just said 2 minutes ago, no DNFs, and as he says that, Gurman DNFs, that's only 1 DNF at Monza, which is a record, I think, possibly, for D1 and OFR.
Yeah, we'll send the hate mail to VR.
Oh, that's virtual safety cars helped Honda out a bit here, for sure.
But Stinson's already gained 4/10 on him in Sector 1.
Wow. Oh, he's back down to 5/10. But is he using his overtake, though? Because right now I'm watching Licola catch up to the back of Tommy. Licola's just 4/10 behind at the minute. How's it looking between Stinson and Honda?
He's got the DRS robot. He's catching up to him again. It's gonna bring him right back behind him. I think that's what Stinson's doing. Stinson's waiting until lap 27 to make this move because he knows he's got it. He knows he's got it either in turn 1 and turn 2, or he has it in Ascari as long as Honda doesn't block it.
Nice. German's just come into the chat and apparently he had some issues with an AI car, so that's C-Pose or whatever his name is. His AI is causing trouble on track, unfortunately. But I think he just got disconnected, so no harm.
Now looking at him, I believe he's going to be out of the way as far as the leaders go. But that's not something, we don't like to see that. The stewards are definitely going to have a talk with him. He's probably going to have some points deducted as of a result of what's happened. And Stinson's got around. We missed it again.
Well, I actually caught it, but I was checking something on Discord because someone added me, unfortunately. But we did catch it on the stream, though. He is ahead, and now German's going to want to fight back. Now, but not German, sorry, Honda. Now, the thing is, this is what we need to keep an eye on. Remember, all Honda needs to do is to be behind on lap 26. And as he's coming out of the final corner, if he can get Stinson there, then he's going to have a good chance of getting P2. Now,
it's a big mind game, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. But the thing is we've got to look at as well, Stinson, 6 seconds worth of penalties. Honda only has 3. So Honda's okay for now. He's perfectly fine for now. But we need to keep an eye on it. I'm going to jump back down to Simen Nimark at the minute, though, because he is just 6/10 behind Race Tape, but he has 6 seconds worth of penalty, whilst Ollie still has absolutely no penalties. And he is looking at the minute at a possible P5. Going to jump back to Honda right now as well, who does have DRS and Stinson. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Oh, Brywich is retired. Ooh, what's happened to him? Is he retired in the pits? I think he's retired in the pits.
I think he did.
On lap 26? Come on. So this is it. This is what we need to look out for. It's the final lap, well, second to last lap, sorry. And this is where, if Honda wants to get him on track, it needs to be in the final corner. Stinson's just got another 3 seconds. He's got 9 seconds of penalties. Oh no. That's looking like a P2 for Honda then.
Yeah, I think he knows he's got it too. He can let Stinson go here and just make sure he doesn't pick up anything else.
Now I'm confused why Brywich's car has come back out on track and stopped at the first chicane.
I saw that. I was just about to say.
It's been cleared, thankfully. Yeah, I'm going to ride on.
It's gone before Squashed Apple got to him, but.
So Izat's just starting his final lap now.
How is he? Look at the gap he's got. He's got 6.3 to Stinson with 6 seconds of penalties, which are probably not going to do anything, but not with Stinson's 9 seconds.
So Honda's looking at a firm P2 at the minute. Please don't try and overtake Honda. We've all been there on the last lap. You don't need to do it. Don't finish ahead of him on track.
He is.
I know. I've got a feeling it's going to happen.
And they're about 6.5 behind Izat. And Izat's got 6 seconds.
Honda's just picked up another 3 seconds! Oh no, he needs to be careful. Now, he's still got 3 in hand. But now is not the time to kind of show who is the better driver by trying to overtake. Just bring it home and you'll secure P2.
He's got to know. He has to know Stinson's got 9 seconds.
He's actually just got 3 seconds.
Now, how's he done this? That's going to put Stinson and Honda up. No, it's going to put Honda up.
Yeah, let's wait and see. So I'm going to jump to Izat now, who's coming around the Parabolica. Led almost every lap of this race again. Pole position. He's done it again. Carrying on his streak here. He's going to cross the line in first place yet again. Congratulations, champion of the world, 4 times running. Next up, it's going to be Stinson, who's going to cross the line, but I think he's going to be jumped by Honda here. Yes, he is. It's going to be Honda in P2, Stinson in P3. Margaret, that's Yuval, otherwise known as Steve, is going to cross the line in P4, and Simen is going to come across the line in P5. Now, that is an interesting top 5, isn't it? That is a really interesting top 5. Ollie, let's see what happens to Ollie here, because he might jump 2.
I think Ollie's going to get him.
Ooh,
he did.
Ollie's got P5. That's Stinson's teammate. Racer Tay gets P6. Mark gets P8. Tommy gets P9. Alex jumps up and gets P9 instead. And where's AJ going to cross? AJ's going to come across in P12. And Leekler got P8 then, because of the lack of penalties there. Next up, it's going to be Avi. That's teammate to Yuval. And he's going to come across the line. Oh, and Santu's just DNF'd. Coming out of Ascari, lap 27. That's emotional. That's heartbreaking. And it's going to be Squashed Apple coming along the line in P14 here. Yikes.
Now, how has Ezat held off Honda?
Because,
okay, Honda had 6 seconds.
He had 6, yeah. And Random's going to come
right.
along in 15th place at the minute.
If he wouldn't have picked up that last penalty, he would have had P1.
He would have, yeah, you're right. And Random's going to come across the line to close it off now. Winners and losers, I mean, top 5, well done. They did a really good job. Gurman, who is, you know, one of the fastest we have, has lost out a lot at the first race of the season here, which is really unfortunate. But what a race.
Look at Team Alfa Romeo.
As we see Izat pick up his, I don't know, 160 millionth trophy for first place. He's going to be extending his championship lead. His teammate didn't fare too well. Did he get any points in the end? We'll have to have a look as we check the leaderboard now.
Doesn't look like it.
Tommy P11, no, he didn't get them in the end. But that 25 points for Izat, though, and that's only 25 as well for Alpha. So they're neck and neck at the minute in terms of the team standings. And that's all just from one race.
Well, Honda's got Simon. It looks like it's going to be a battle between Ezat, Team Alfa Romeo, and Team Williams as they go through the season.
Yeah.
What do we have next week?
Next week we've got Catalonia. We're going to Spain, where it's another track that everyone's fairly comfortable with. And I don't think the gaps are going to grow too much there either. So I think we're going to have just as fun a race as we did there than we did here today.
I don't think Ezat knows how lucky he was with that P1.
I know. Only 2 DNFs as well from a full grid. That is an absolutely fantastic race. Well done, guys.
What a race.
Absolutely great racing. So, we've got D2 starting in just under an hour's time, where our famous Donava is going to be commentating there on the OFR media channel, so make sure you tune in for that. But other than that, great way to start the season, isn't it?
It is. It was a great race. The guy, I mean, whoever came up with putting Monza as the first race of the season, kudos to that guy. I want to say, I'm not going to say who it was. But yeah, putting Monza as the first race of the season definitely kicked it off the way we would want to see it go, didn't it?
Yeah, you're right. And couldn't really ask for more there. Another Ezat win and another great battle for P2. So, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you in just under an hour's time for D2. Thank you very much.